Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think it would be impossible to overlook this fella, Lamine Yamal. Obviously, he's often deployed as an inverted winger, but what stands out in his game is that he really thrives on one-on-one situations, and I always think that that brings excitement and entertainment to a game of football. And of course, his job is to supply, and it's never as easy as people think, but he's doing it quite well.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Messi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Kukçu. Great vision. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Kukçu actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Baresi goes on a charge down the left. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Nice-looking ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. It's played through for him. He's having a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. They've scored! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Kukçu in with the challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries to get it clear. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Messi purring through the gears. Gavi. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, this looks sharp. Bergobi. Ah, he's given it away. That's gone for a throw-in. Van de Ven. And it's Kukçu. Can he get it through? Kukçu showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Done delicately. Neither of these two want to come off second best. No way through, so back it comes. Kukçu's cross. And that should get the job done. And the ball is out of play. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. A lot of space ahead of him. Backward it goes. He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Rijkaard. And it's a corner. This their second corner of the game. Surely now! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Van de Ven clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, there's a probing ball. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Indonesia, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And the second half gets underway.
A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Baresi. Indonesia come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
That's Rijkaard. Ronaldinho. Yamal powering forward here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vinicius Junior tries to pass it through. Vinicius Junior's cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Gavi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Indonesia just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, has another goal! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Drilled in low. That has been knocked clear. So, third corner of the game. Baresi clears it away. Gavi. And it's Cancelo. That's a super give and go. Mendes wins the duel this time. Nuno Mendes. Mendes is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Gavi. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Nuno Mendes. It's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Kukçu. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho running with the ball. Now it's Messi. Messi! It's in! And they're back in front! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Indonesia go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
It's a really well-measured ball. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is Messi. And he's whipped to the... He gets big! He's gone direct here. And he's been shifted off it. That has ended up in no man's land. Gavi. And here's Torres. João Cancelo. And it's Mendes. Torres! It's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think. It's all happening.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 22, numero 10. Lasciano il campo per il numero 11, il numero 4.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. So all square and not for the first time.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. So much time and space here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Rijkaard. Indonesia finding their passes. It's a promising position. Kirkchu. He's in plenty of space here. Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, decent chance! Well, they've got it. And another try! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And this is Hullet. He's got away. Oh, sweet feet. Kukcu. And we're done. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This
Against
certainly
Indonesia.
matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here. Ronaldinho making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already made it up to 300 appearances.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need...
He's got tall. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Hakimi. Adams. And it's Azar. Eintracht Frankfurt looking to pass their way through. And it's Conte. Azar. And it's played forward. Hakimi has it out wide and up he goes! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Rijkaard. Forlan. Out towards the flank. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi. Salam. Messi looking to run onto it. And this is Ronaldinho. Nuno Mendes.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Can he get on the end of this? Roberto Carlos delivers. He can get that clear. And that's been won straight back. Lam. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Adams.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Now it's Forlan. Hazard. Batistuta. A lot of space ahead of him. And the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exemplary.
Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Gets his head on it! And yes, it's there! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Certain, searing, and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Indonesia grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Azar. Thuram gets across to intercept that. And this is Forlan. Tries to pass it. Tries a shot! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And they get themselves in front! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Eintracht Frankfurt go into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Hakimi could try cutting inside here. And he's there to belt it away. Cross to the back post. Brilliantly cut out. And he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Lahm. Messi. Now it's Ronaldinho. Vitinha. And this is Ronaldo. The ball goes in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's a sharp pass. Nuno Mendes. Searching pass he's played there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Messi. Looking to play him in. Well read. And the danger is averted. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And the action is back on the way.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's having a go! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this is Ronaldo. Decent chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Distributed tidily. Played in by Roberto Carlos.
Indonesia clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha puts his foot on the gas. Roberto Carlos in acres of space out wide.
Substitutions taking place.
It's their second corner of the game. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Beckenbauer gets good distance on it. Eintracht Frankfurt appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And here's Vitinha. Roberto Carlos. Bergomi. And here's Roberto Carlos. Terrific header. Goal! It's level again. What a match we have.
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
The goal scorer for Indonesia.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Forlan. Hakimi gets into a good position. Very nicely done. Kante has been caught there, it's a foul. Conte.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Knocks it into space. There they go, hunting in packs. Bergobi. Indonesia do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And it's Edmilson. And it's Lam. Now, can they get him away? That's a good ball out wide. Big header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, shooting chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way, and he's had it nicked away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Edmilson. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's through and all alone! And the shot! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And they're back in front! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Eintracht Frankfurt get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Substitution for Frankfurt. Number 21.
So their 4th quarter of the game.
Coming on to replace him is number 7, Platini.
There's the header! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Taken back almost at once. Vitinha. Good purposeful running this. Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Michel Platini. Edmilson. Vitinha, pass somewhat off target. They'll have one final crack at it.
Added minute has been indicated.
Yamal. Pull it. That has not gone well. Nuno Mendes. Played out wide. Looking for options for movement. Yamal has found the net here, of course. Rijkaard. Conte knocks it out wide. Conte. Oh, what a climb! And with that, the final whistle. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah, I'd have picked him to, no doubt. Cristiano Ronaldo! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
Pelé, played out wide. Lahm tries making a foray down the right. Lahm, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Divisi leading here thanks to that early goal.
And the score is 1-0.
He's found a way through. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Bellingham. And here's Eto'o. Eto'o. Now he's got space here. Now has he got the beating of his marker here?
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah.
It's Basho! And he's managed to get rid.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. The ball has bounced loose. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Messi. And here's Basho.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And the pass is intercepted. Pelé. Roberto Carlos. That's an imaginative pass. Iniesta.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Messi. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Nesta. And it's Messi. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Roberto Carlos proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Iniesta.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Into the channel.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Roberto Baggio. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's clever. Edmilson. Looking for the run. And it's Lam. And he was alert to it. Pele. And Edmilson. Lam.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Bergomi. Such a clever touch. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's played into the middle. And the first half is done. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Substituição.
Indonesia get the ball rolling for the second period. Messi. Indonesia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And that'll be a goal kick. And it's Messi, delivered with swing. Vitinha. And once more he proves rigid and robust. The referee's awarded a free kick. That was travelling. Now it's Eto'o.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lam. Searching pass he's played there. Spread neatly. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Messi. Now it's Eto'o. Just eases him off the ball. Roberto Carlos on a charge down the left.
Carlos really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Thuram, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Referee's given a throw.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 21. Camisa 23. Camisa 9. Deixando o campo.
Shoots!
Camisa 10.
Oh, that was very necessary.
Camisa 80. Ronaldinho. Camisa 18.
Ronaldinho.
Substituição em andamento.
Tunisia still have the cards to affect this game. Lam is onto this. That has been slung wide. Vitinha. Bergomi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Koller looks to get on the end of this. Here's Vitinha. Edmilson. Lam producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now there's a fine ball, drives it in. Well, the clearance is short. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vitinha. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking to play him in. Ronaldinho.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Lam attempts a clearance. Great vision. Now it's Yamal. Climbs up big! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
It's their second corner of the game. Koller! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Bellingham, who needs just a moment to score a goal. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Now it's crossed into the middle. Rijkaard clears it away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vitinha did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Toure with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substituição em campo.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Ronaldinho. Deixando o
Roberto
campo
Carlos.
para a entrada
And here's Hullet.
Camisa 14. Camisa 11. Teremos uma
Lam.
substituição.
Nicely weighted
Foram
ball.
indicados 2
Hullet.
minutos de acréscimo.
Now it's Yamal. He's picked his way through. Cross. Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And it's Roberto Carlos. It's a pretty loose pass. And we're done. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Brazil.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this fella, Lucas Paqueta, has found his feet, Peter. He admitted himself that he applied too much pressure on him.
Climbs up big! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a right smile there.
Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Play! And the ball's come loose here. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Can he get it through? Bergomi gets across to intercept that. Dida sends that a long way. Yamal. Pele.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that is as far as they're going to go. Thuram tries to pass it through. And it's Serginho. Serginho is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Indonesia are looking to break at pace. And this is Roberto Carlos. That is lovely. Tries to cross. Indonesia are behind here despite their domination of possession. Lucas Paqueta.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Lucas Paqueta. Serginho. Danielson going face-to-face with his great rival. Lovely bit of skill. It's crossed into the middle. And he's there to clear it. He's having a go! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
It's not an especially good pass, that. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Roberto Carlos. And it's Paquetá. Looking to play him in. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Shifted it to the flank. Yamal. Oh, super ball. Pelé showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Neymar. Out to the left it goes. Roberto Carlos. Indonesia finding their passes. Eder Militao kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lucas Paqueta. Danielson. To lift. And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path. Indonesia certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And this is Pelé! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Serginho. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And Yamal. Yaya Toure. And it's Lam.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that has left him in a heap. Indonesia have a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 14, Pelé.
So off we go once more.
Toure.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Neymar.
Number 3, Vitinha. Number 18, Yang Kola. Substitutions taking place.
Indonesia come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Vitinha. He's chosen to go back. Oh, perfectly measured that. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, played through for the wide man. He is through here. Crosses it. Header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Jimenez.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Lucas Paqueta. Gabriel. Lahm. And it's Edmilson. Yamal being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Good read, needed to be. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Lahm. Some good work on the right flank here. Fired deep towards the back post.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Roberto Carlos making good progress on the right-hand side. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Marquinhos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Serginho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Kaka. Spread out to the left. He's found a way through. Neymar. Very nicely done. Neymar! Goal! Brazil! And they get themselves in front! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Gabriel. That's a good ball out wide. Not the most accurate pass. Spread it left. Nesta. Decent progress down the left. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Vitinha. Kaka. Bergomi pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Pullet. Played out to the right. Delivered in.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 4, Yamal. Coming on the field is
Indonesia must
number
do
10,
something here, and very
Ronaldinho.
quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And this is Pullet.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Ambitious ball here. Vitinha makes the interception. Edmilson. Ronaldinho. Gives it back. Neymar. Lucas Paqueta. And here's the chance to counter. Nesta gets over and intercepts. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Vitinha. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Ultimately...